Hi guys, welcome back to Concluse. So we're going to grab some money and we're going to go phone home. Haven't done that for a while. Gonna jump up there. Come on.
What do you need? What? What's going on? Nothing. Benny just got a little cut. He's fine. What do you mean? Where? Relax, Michael. Call back later.
It's cutting my dog. Seriously. So there's a few little places. There's a soccer field down there. The only thing that you need is Now you'll notice everything finishes on 1998. Now the reason for that is the 2012 web series, I think it was, is based on the so-called found footage of a PlayStation game, which comes back to 1998 or somewhere in there, 1995 I think. So that's the reason why.
Is someone there?
The big date. So the premise is that this guy found this PlayStation game, the one that we're playing, in his father's attic, and as he's playing it and showing it to us on the game's kind of communicating to him. Again, that creepy pasta side of things. And then he was evidently so enthralled at this concept of the animation and the fan base and the lore that's come out of it, that he's actually turned this fictitious game into a reality game, and we're playing the reality of that game now. That flashlight is absolutely useless. Don't even know why. Can't even bother lighting. Can you even tell a difference? I can't. So an old note: north, south, west, east. That's the key, the demon piece. So basically, the code is north, south, west, east. We'll go through that later on. Now, this is probably a spot where most people miss, is you can come around the back of that. We want to first press the button. Now it's crucial that you press that button first, and then we're going to come around and basically we are now in the generator room, which we cannot operate that. We're going to pick up the key. I'm going to press the button again. And that's pretty much all you can do there, so there's nothing really much else in this one. So the sewers are basically, I guess, the sewers is a byproduct of a dimension. So you've got like this is more twisted, I guess. No, I don't think this part is twisted. We can save the game anyway later on if you ever want to find out. Might be. So we're going to go down here and we're going to solve the puzzle. It all gets a bit confusing. Oh, a bit tired. Okay, so remember north, south, west, east, I think it was. And you see how the N is in red, and see there's no red there. So basically, to work out where north is, now see how the numbers have turned red? So that's north, okay? So that means we want that part of the code first, and then we want south, then we want west, which is over there, and we want east. So each one will give us a different number. Okay? And that's how you solve the puzzle. It's a long code. It's a crazy code. I don't think there's any way you could, like, accidentally solve it. I'll push that one in. The sewer area under the park has been left to fall into a state of disrepair, and the park has decided to take several steps to counteract this issue. I was recently hired to oversee revitalisation of the sewer. Our first task is to drain the main chamber, which has become filthy with refuse and fetid water. I don't know what that is. The main generator pump in the utility room needs to be restarted using a specialised key. Unfortunately, the key is inside a safe in the park management room, and the code is unknown. The last overseer of this area died long ago. If we can't find the code anywhere in the sewers, we will have to hire a locksmith or someone in construction to tear open the safe. It appears I've locked myself inside the park management room. I've tried over and over again, but that steel door won't budge. Once management sees that I haven't come back from the sewers, they'll come looking for me. It's been several hours and it's getting very spooky down here. I was able to watch TV for a little while, but the channels are all static now. Park management should have noticed I was missing by now. What is taking them so long? My watch says it's 3 a.m. There is a woman screaming at the top of her lungs directly outside this room. When I try to say something to her, the screaming gets even more blood-curdling. I thought it was a joke at first, that the other employees had set me up, but she's been screaming for over an hour now. I also keep hearing noises from the hole in the wall. Strange grunting. That was the last note. Okay, so basically, and that's the hole in the wall he's referring to. There's a hole in the wall and the pitch inside. You get feeling something is watching you from the darkness. So we wanna. Alright, here we go. 5 1 5 1 1 1 5 1 5 1 5 5 5 1 5 1 5. Good grief. What a code. Why can't you just do 1 2 3 hash or something? I guess this is a fitting code for hell. So we want to go back to the generator room, start the generator up. Go jump to get up on top of that little platform there. Now, coming all the way back. I don't know what game this part reminds me of. Amnesia, maybe? What's that one with the pigs? I think it's Amnesia. Kind of reminds me of that. And the green herbs, Resident Evil, of course, and you'll find that it's all going to suddenly turn into another game at the last moment, which is really weird. There we go down here. very hard. And I'm trying to get through the game while explaining it as much as possible, as quickly as I can. So you can see that all 4 lights are off, so we can have access to the store now. We will get to that room shortly. Discord seems to be on rampant tonight. Yeah, all those beeps here. So we're going to pick that up, and we're going to pick that up. And if we go in here, and we're going to use the telephone. Killed my dog. And the dog that dropped a key out of its mouth, I'm wondering if it's any relation to Benny. Like, again, on that twisted. Actually, we'll do that now while I'm here. We'll have a look. So if I go and then go back into it. So we're just in sewers. This is normal sewers, so it's not twisted as I thought. So as I was saying, so kind of this created world which has a connection. There's an underworld, and that being the sewers. And when things, so here we have. So I think that's actually Caleb fighting against the Squirmer, and we just witnessed that. And he actually does get back to the surface. Alright, nearly there. Nice animation. I love that. And I do like the whole real basic sort of, it adds atmosphere. The fact that it's not in high definition or anything. Censored key. That's the only way back out of there. So I believe we're going to get attacked again. Oh, now we can pick up a flashlight. None of these things ever come into play, really. I can't open that anyway, so I have to go down this way. Now this is Roma. You shouldn't have played. Now we can visit human relic. So again, that creepy pastime. Now you've played. Now we're in your mind, and come visit you whenever. Now in the web series it says, oh, now you've watched us, sort of thing. So it's that little bit different. So now we're in the twisted part of the sewer. So it's actually the same sewer, but it's twisted. So the squirmer has somehow transported us into its dimension. We're in its mind now. So we're trying to get out of that. Actually, I forgot to. I'm an idiot. Keep forgetting various parts. This payphone needs.
Benny, is that you? Benny? Your dog's brains are all over the floor. Sean, what did you do? What the hell?
Well, I wouldn't be whimpering if they brains were all over the floor. Ain't happening. Gives you an option, because you never go, yeah, I'm going to stay here. Yes, you could. Why would you click it in the first place? You cannot really see the number from here, so that's why I'm saying you need to first check. So you got this here, 317. Unfortunately, this is the old lady. It's hard to tell what happened here, but the remains of a body hang from a metal fence. The body appears to be covered in some sort of sludge. Looking at the face, you notice is the old woman you saw sleeping in the subway car earlier. So that's what the squirmer did. Oh, there it is, 7644. So you can actually tell. And again, the same Joy. So it's the same subway car. So you see lockers, and lockers number multiplied by the subway car number gives you the code to that. To get that working, we have to come over here. Not sure what the point of that calendar is. Yeah, so if you multiply that, it becomes 2, 4, 2, 3, 1, 4, 8. So So again, the lock number multiplied by the train car number. Oh, did I pick up the key? Or did I just... Yeah, I must have. So now it's important that you do each one. And straight ahead you'll find the water's gone down. That allows you secret access to the back here. And I guess when I was worried if something, like, I guess if you haven't seen the web series and you're playing this for the first time yourself, you're probably going through slowly thinking, oh boy, what's going to jump out, what's going to happen. But it doesn't kind of, there's only really one spot where you get chased. I don't think there's anything. It's a phone. No. I'm not sure why the static sounds keep coming on. It doesn't really do anything. There's dead bodies over here. And if we come down, well, it's not a bad game, quite really, for a free game. It's quite. How do I get it back up? Oh, there. And come around the back here and just pick up the ski. Now I wanna around the side. Oops, going through places here, and we're back in. And now we're kind of going back to the surface, where, oh no, we're still in the twisted area of the put us in. So we're probably still got the skirmer on top of us, still finding it, unbeknown to us. So if we open this one, get a black thing. And we use that to get the horse. We'll grab this. Grab the other black one. And again, use this again to get another horse. And now we place it inside. Here we go. Caleb's diary. Yesterday the man came into our school. Mrs. Phillips tried to hold the door, but he shot her in the head. Then he shot all of us. I thought I was dead, but then I woke up here. We were all scared because we're all alone, but Owen said we have to stick together. Everything was okay at first. We found a bag at school, maybe. It was empty, and the lights, a big school. Oh, we found a big school. It was empty and the lights were out, but Owen said we have to find food, so we had to be brave. Katie would not stop crying. She says she kept seeing shakers. I thought she was lying, but then I started to see them too. Soon everyone could see them. We had to leave the school because Jessica L got really sad and let a shaker get her. She kept crying for her mummy. It ate her. The class was really sad about what happened to Jessica, but Owen said we don't have time to be sad. We hid for a day and were able to find a big hospital. There were enough beds inside for every student. Everything seemed fine when we went to sleep, but when we woke up, me, Katie and Owen were the only ones left. We checked again and again, but the beds were all empty. Everyone was gone. Katie and Owen and me spent today trying to find some food. Can't read that. Food. Nothing, but everything we. But everything we found smelled really bad. Owen noticed that daytime is really short here, and it seems like it always night. We found an empty apartment near the hospital, and we were about to get a TV working. All it played was static. During the night, me and Owen woke up to Katie screaming. We heard it all around us. It wasn't until we looked up that it stopped. Katie was on the ceiling, shaking like one of those things. As we looked up at her, she stopped shaking. She just stared at us and made weird noises. Owen asked her to come down, but she didn't seem to hear. She faded into the ceiling. Owen says she's probably gone forever. We ran out of the apartment afterwards. After what happened with Katie, we ran out of the apartment after what happened with Katie. Owen was so upset. I was too. Katie made such weird faces when she was looking at us with nowhere to go. We were lucky we found a sewer key. The sewers seemed scary at first, but it's empty. We have been staying in the sewers for a few days now. Hopefully we will continue to be safe. Owen disappeared. He went for a pee and never came back. I went looking for him, but all I found was his shoes. Now I'm all alone, and even worse, creatures have started appearing in the sewers. The floors have suddenly become rusted and covered in human organs. It's too dangerous to leave my hiding spot, so I spend a lot of time in the darkness. It's so lonely here. Caleb. And now we meet the Grand Master, the Squirmer. So this is the one that killed the lady. Which the one that helped us on the rooftop must have been a shaker because it didn't kill us. The shakers aren't killing us, like they're affecting us. They keep getting into our head, but they're not killing us. But these ones that are dressed like the Ku Klux Klan and are able to bring out big sharp blades, or they are trying to kill us. Like if you let that thing touch you, you die. Now, funny thing is, you're actually quite safe on the steps. You can't get up on the steps, I don't think. So, it's like, oh, damn it. You've worked out my weakness. And that's all I can do. And what's he got? Is that a tail? I don't even know what that thing is. That is the weirdest looking enemy ever. Anyway, let's go. Thankfully we have shift so we can just move around. Want to get here and we're going to go sewers. Caleb's going to save us. So that thankfully Caleb operated, who's a player of the game as well. So Caleb's played this game, meaning that none of this is real. This is all in a game. And that bad corruption, that gloop that's affecting bad data is actually inside. So anyway, Caleb's Diary 8. I don't want to be here anymore. I'm losing control of my body. I can't stop shaking. So a shaker's taking control of the body. He's trying to get it off. I'm going to the surface. Hopefully I can make it. Caleb. And you'll find where we are is back here again. So that was where we got stuck before. Now I can't open this door. I don't know how to open this door. When hell freezes over, this door will become a hole. I have no idea what that entails. If you're ever able to open up the door, let me know. And you'll notice that we've gone from Caleb, using Caleb's save, we've gone back to the normal world. So we're not in a twisted world anymore. So we're not in the world of a squirrel. Now, if you go back here, you'll find a dead body that it's feasting on. This is what the squirmer did. And we know the squirmer is bad because of what they did to the old lady in the train as well. Seriously? Turn the hair. There we go. So, again, I picked up a map, but I don't actually know how to use the map. Actually, do I know how to use them? Let's have a look. Seriously, I still got a rat. How can I have a rat head on me? Or the it might just say. Oh, I must have missed it somehow. Probably on the first one was. Oh, that's interesting. It's not actually in my inventory. So whether it was okay. Thought it would have been. Oh, here's the shaker again. elementary school shooting, and all these kids are victims of a school shooting. And I believe this video is happening around about the same time as the Sandy Hook elementary school shooting. So whether it's trying to use shock value from that. How do I get in there? Why can't I get in there? What? What do I have to pick up? Huh. I'm not actually quite sure. Might be. Which isn't the first time, like, I mean, Postal, the game Postal goes off on a similar tangent. Trying to, again, use that, a lot of that shock value. Don't I have a quarter? Seriously? Give me a quarter. Oh, wow. That's the last of Benny. Thought Benny would have done a bit more. So we've got the utility room key. And again, the school bus. Now, if you notice the very first video scene of you driving along the highway, this is that road. Again, he was driving on his way to hell, and that's which I think is interesting, because he suddenly appears on the subway, but he was travelling up this road when he first came. Okay, so now we're at the utilities. We'll go into this one first. So again, all these marks. Sarah Chambers. To anyone that finds this, I am trapped in the bathroom. I walked home through the park after school because it was a nice day out. I had to go to the bathroom. So I stopped. I stepped inside for a minute. Now the door won't open, and there is a creepy lady in the last stall. She has really long hair, and she keeps pulling it out and throwing it on the floor. And that's it. Again, you notice the 83. Again, that PlayStation at the same time as PlayStation. Key in the last door. Now we have the utility room key. Hey moron, Terry, why did your stupid ass leave the plow out in the middle of the park? A bunch of little jerks filled the tank with sand. I managed to drain it out, but you need to refill the tank with diesel and bring it back to the Forest Services office. Since your stupid ass probably doesn't know how to prime a diesel engine, I'll take you through it. 1. Fill the tank with diesel. Duh. 2. The pump and the bleed screw are located near the fuel filter on the engine. 3. The primer pump will be a large rubber button. 4. Loosen the bleed screw to allow the air to leave through the fuel line. 5. Pump the primer pump for 10 minutes or until you see fuel coming from the bleed screw. 6. Tighten the bleed screw so that there is no leaking. 7. Start the engine. Don't know why I did that now. Why do I always resort to reading in an accent? Sort of play wrong. And there's the last herb. Alright, let's go plow. And after I've broken down the fence, I'll stop it there. Don't like that cutscene. That's a bit strange way of. I was trying to jump over everything here, but I couldn't find a place where I could jump over things. And when you got maps like this, usually you can jump over everything. I can do it later on, but I just can't do it on this side. I would like to jump over where the bus is. Okay, so the plow's here. Easily missed. Okay, there's that done. Gonna do that. Okay. Stuff. I wonder if I can. Oh, that. I can. Sorry, I'm being an idiot. I just wanted to see if I can plow. Can I plow that fence over? Ah, damn it. I love how this plows really fast. Can I plow on the body? Dead end. Ah, damn it. I thought of everything. I already tried to plow the bus, so it didn't work. That would have been so cool. Sound effects. I should have clicked the in. It's like having subtitles is ruining the atmosphere and the cutscene. And then ready. Oh, is that it? Alright. Now how is this so silent hill? Welcome to hell.
If Carolyn is here, I'm going to find her.
Again, you take no full damage. You can't in the game. Oh look, I can bounce around. The boats. There's another phone. Just wanna find out what happens if you just keep phoning. Get this flashlight off. Phone again. Oh, I can't phone home anymore. How interesting is that? Well, there you go. I've got to phone someone though. Oh, I shouldn't have done Mum. Mum's got a long one. Can I click through it?
Hello?
No.
Hey, it's me.
Can I?
Who?
Michael. Mom, don't you remember my voice?
Sorry,
guys.
dear. The phone is just low. I'm surprised you called. I haven't heard from you in a while.
I know. I'm sorry about that. Just been busy.
That's okay. What have you been up to? Anything new?
Not much. I'm in New England right now.
Anywhere I might know?
A town called Cordova. It's supposed to be a great vacation town.
Never heard of it. Make sure you take some pictures for me.
I have to get going, but I'll call you tomorrow.
Promise?
Yup, I'll talk to you later. Love you.
Love you too, dear. Good night.
That conversation doesn't fit in with everything we've just gone through. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, and join me for the very last walkthrough, where we look at the surprise ending twist. Until then, bye for now.